The next morning, Spirit wakes up feeling very thirsty. He watches as the colonel drinks water. Suddenly, the soldiers arrive, dragging with them a Native American man named Little Creek. They inform the colonel that this man had been stealing from their supplies. The colonel orders them to tie him up and deprive him of food and water. When Little Creek sees Spirit, he's surprised by his appearance, so different from the soldiers. From that moment on, Little Creek tries to play with Spirit, but Spirit shows no interest at all. That night, Spirit hears a strange sound coming from Little Creek and realizes he's communicating with someone outside the camp. Suddenly, a knife is thrown next to him. Little Creek moves his foot carefully and manages to grab it without anyone noticing. Shortly after, the soldiers wake up to go protect the railway from native attacks. The colonel, however, is more concerned about Spirit. He asks the soldiers if it has been 3 days without food and water for him. They confirm, and the colonel decides to start breaking Spirit's will. He tries to tame Spirit, who resists fiercely, running, dodging, and smashing into the walls to throw him off. But Spirit is too weak from hunger and thirst. Sadly, his strength fails and he can't continue running. The colonel feels victorious, believing he has finally broken Spirit. He parades him proudly among the soldiers and speaks about continuing the railway project. He emphasizes the need for more horses and claims they must eliminate the native tribes to succeed. He believes that with time and punishment, any horse can be broken. At that moment, Spirit gets furious. He pulls off the bridle and runs wildly, tossing the colonel into the air and sending him crashing to the ground. The other horses cheer in their own way, and Little Creek is amazed by what he sees. The colonel is enraged. He pulls out his gun and aims it at Spirit, but Spirit remains unafraid. Just before he pulls the trigger, Little Creek breaks free, jumps on Spirit's back, and they ride off together. They free the other horses, too. Little Creek punches a soldier and takes his weapon. Spirit dashes to the stable where the other horses are locked. Little Creek uses the gun to break the lock. He and Spirit escape, followed by a herd of horses. They all flee the camp. After they part ways, Spirit is happy to finally return to his herd. But suddenly he hears Little Creek calling for his mare, Rain. He mounts her, and 2 of his friends appear and recapture Spirit. Spirit is upset. Little Creek and his friends return to their tribe with Spirit and tie him inside a corral. Little Creek approaches and removes the bridle from Spirit's mouth. The next morning, Spirit is happy to find apples beside him and eats them eagerly. He is mesmerized when he sees Rain and tries to get her attention, but she ignores him. He watches sadly as she happily plays with Little Creek. Later, Little Creek tries to tame Spirit, but he fails, and his friends laugh at him. Spirit escapes the corral, but Rain blocks his path and scolds him. Then, Little Creek gets an idea. He ties Rain's rope to Spirit and asks her to calm him down. He opens the corral gate for them. Spirit is thrilled and runs off, ready to return to his herd, but Rain stops him. She sits on the ground and wraps the rope around herself so he can't drag her. Spirit is amazed by her, and his feelings begin to change. Rain takes Spirit on a tour of the village, showing him the people, including children. Spirit is happy to see that the tribe treats horses kindly. He plays with a small girl and gently steps back so she doesn't cry, feeling joy from the experience. While eating with Rain, he notices she wants an apple she can't reach. He picks it for her and gives it to her, but she refuses to eat it alone. She invites Spirit to share it with her. Their bond grows stronger. Later, Spirit plays with Little Creek, who is still trying to tame him. Spirit teases him, allowing him to get close. Just as Little Creek tries to mount him, Spirit tricks him and throws him off. Little Creek's friends laugh, but Spirit spooks and chases them off as well. Spirit approaches Little Creek again, and Little Creek tells him he won't try to ride him anymore, that no one deserves to. He opens the corral gate and tells Spirit he's free to go. At first, Spirit is hesitant, but then he walks out and looks back at Little Creek with appreciation before leaving. He finds Rain again, who is happy to see him free. He invites her to come with him to join the herd, but Rain refuses. She wants to stay with Little Creek in the tribe. Suddenly, the ground begins to tremble. They see the soldiers and the colonel approaching, ready to attack the village. Rain and Spirit run back quickly to defend the tribe.